Hey friends, Empress Danny here with another episode of the Daily Grind. Yes, I'm pouring you up a nice hot cup of joe. Going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Let's check in for today's messages. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Let's get it. Okay. It feels like from the start of the day, making manifest. For some of you, this is from the process of alchemy, which can be extreme happiness, right? Overjoyed. It can also be like sadness, grief, or disappointment that basically brings in a new flow of creativity. It's kind of what it feels like. Okay. It's almost like, I feel like this today or that today. And just going what could be like a certain direction that you were perhaps meant to go in order to manifest. Here's the octopus here. So we have a make or break energy at play at the top of the day, which makes me feel like if there's an insensitivity to flow, that could certainly be an issue. Okay. If someone is not sensitive to the flow of energy, this could also indicate like a need to be understanding. Okay. It kind of gives like at work, right? Snow days, ice days, and people showing up late and being in a position where maybe it is as the boss or the leader, you can enforce what can be attendance policy, or you could decide, hey, we've got bad weather, what does the attrition look like? And in that regard, being sensitive to what could be like overarching goals, things like that. You could realize like we ain't gonna have no employees, so make some exceptions, if you will. This could be someone else. This could even be in an area of life, right? This is if I don't, submit whatever this is, right? If I don't submit this bid or if I don't submit this pay request, then I'm not going to have my money in time. I feel like there's something like that at the top of the day. I'm not getting cards of timing, but it feels like there's something surrounding timing that is the reason behind this make or break energy. It's almost like in I'm not necessarily getting like if I don't do this in time. I'm really just kind of getting like the timing is now, or you know, it's almost like being sensitive. Like I said, car, need this could be like repairs, things like that are at play, needs. This can even be in relationships. So this can speak to fragility. And the top of the day can indicate a make or break in certain relationships that are fragile. And if there's an insensitivity, then that could certainly be like overlooking someone that's important or something that's important. I kind of get to like it could be like being insensitive to what someone else has going on, all that maybe they have on their plate. Um, I'm getting like irons in the fire. It looks like midday. We're moving from top of the day water into fire midday. So it could be an active afternoon, right? I'm not getting a whole lot around activity so much as I'm getting kind of like doing something secluded could be significant for someone. Okay. So the afternoon could be doing something significant. Air comes out at the end of the day and it feels like, I'm gonna lie, for some of y'all, you could be talking to yourself, but I have to say, it feels like productive dialogue, productive conversation. Some of you, this is productive self-speak. It could also be productive conversation, communication, or actions external because of that productive dialogue that's taking place internally. Okay. Let's continue forward. I like this. Water, fire, and air. Okay. I hear Tony Braxton, unbreak my heart, say you love me again, undo this hurt you call. Let me say something about today feels like responsibility, obligation. This is like, it could be like relationship commitment, right? Agreement. I agreed to this. This could also be like in jobs, like I'm responsible for this. I've been entrusted. I'm getting a focus around like oath positions. So this could be like, it could be marriage too, but I took an oath or I took a vow, I made an agreement. Some of you, this is religion or this is your spirituality. This is soul mission, right? It has to do with the commitment. And keep in mind, these can be like lesser commitments, like committed to my diet, this committed to exercise, this way of living, this way of being or doing things. This can be like relationship. I'm never getting married again, right? I'm never gonna, I just kind of get an energy like that. Something that someone's not going to do or something that someone has committed to doing in what feels like regularly or faithfully. Okay. And I feel like something around today's energy, the energetic flow, types. What did I say? Look at this. Timing. Like I said, I felt it. That's the first card that fell out, clarifying the octopus. So it's like the timing makes or breaks someone, which could be like, if I don't get this done in time, right? If I don't get there in time, it could be scheduling anything. There could be some sort of like deadline of some sort, but it feels like the timing in some scenario or circumstance is significant. Let me just say, in some cases, there's a very deep sense of peace. In other cases, there's a very deep sense of what feels like disruption. That is kind of like, um, let me just say, it feels a little bit frantic um, because it feels very unstable. It feels like it's maybe being moved or being forced. Let me tell you what's happening in this energy in case that feels familiar for any of you. What's happening is that usually in that situation, especially when timing is at play, right? If someone is not aligned with timing, then what happens is creation takes place around you. So if I'm not going to operate in tandem with divine timing, then because creation is taking place around me, then on the other side of me not operating in that proper timing, uh, what ends up happening is because creation is taking place around me, it kind of gives like the floor, the rug being pulled out from under me. Okay. So that could certainly be the case. Someone could have the rug pulled out from under them at the top of the day. Look at that vulnerability. Like I said, that's what it feels. It kind of, I'm getting a very strong energy around, like, again, if I was not being honest, right? If I wasn't being authentic, if I wasn't being true, that could be the situation. It could be like, it's time to tell the truth, right? It's time to up the ante on what could be like commitment. It could be like, it's time to take the next step, which could be like taking responsibility. It could be being authentic, but it feels like something is definitely making or breaking. And let me just say, when based on the energies that I see, if someone is busy, right, if they have their hands busy trying to, what could be like, do some things, excuse me, if their hands are busy trying to prevent having to be authentic, right? Because people will put just as much energy into cover. It's like, oh, this is coming to light. This is coming. Let me see if I can. This is not the energy of fix it. It's the energy of cover it up in time. Okay. So I feel like that's at play today, where people are trying to, in a hurry or in a rush, to cover it up. They're going to find that what that does is basically manifest it, some sort of a breakdown, where there is a realization of flow, which could be like, it's time for me to be honest. It's time for me to be truthful. It's time for me to be authentic or be real about whatever this is. If someone is sensitive to that and that's what they're putting their um, effort or energy into, then what it is that they're creating, it feels like as things align, I don't know why, it's kind of giving like the perfect time. Okay. So for some of you, just be mindful about being sensitive to the flow today. And some of you, that could certainly indicate that the top of the day indicates perfect timing for something, which could be like getting something handled, getting things done. Some of you have really had a lot on your plate. And so this could certainly be where things are aligning for some of those things to maybe get off. Okay. Midday, it feels as though whatever when I say seclusion or privately, this feels like doing something, it feels like getting deeper, right? I don't know why it kind of gives like pulling someone in closer or something in closer, becoming more secure. And again, that could be in a relationship, in a commitment. This could be in an agreement, in a contract, right? There's some sort of relationship where the security is deepening. And let me just say, this could certainly be because someone is doing something, because keep in mind, this could be someone is doing something, maybe they are, um, maybe this is kind of like, maybe it's getting deeper and deeper. Maybe they're becoming more secluded. Maybe I don't know why it's kind of giving like recluse. Maybe someone's becoming more withdrawn. Maybe they're shutting someone out more, shutting something out more. Whatever it is, right? Which sometimes that's what healthy boundaries, right? That's the next step, is to, now I have to um do this, what could be like to protect myself or to defend myself. Um, Whatever this is, something is digging deeper. I have to say, this is kind of like getting to the point of going from what could be like a complaint to what feels like formal charges, right? And just to kind of give like a contrast, that's what the middle of the day feels. And it doesn't have to be like, it could be like actions, right? Actions speak louder than words. So this can be like something that someone's doing, and the action is um, deepens what could be like the level of commitment. It gives someone the security. That could be why they're doing something, because they have a greater sense of security, and they maybe want to um, heighten that level of security that they have. Okay. Um, and this could be like there's a freedom in this, or a liberty or liberation that comes from this. And so I want to dig deeper into it because I don't know why it kind of gives too, like there could be an element of like, I want to get closer to you, right? And this could be anything, right? Work, business, right? I want to get closer to you. I want to talk about this business more, this opportunity more. I want to dig deeper into this opportunity more, because perhaps I don't know why it kind of gives like something could certainly be freeing someone's mind or liberating someone's mind, right? They feel it's almost like, no, it's like when you were guided to have a conversation or discuss something or go a certain direction. Um, no, it's almost like this could even be like you're sharing information and someone feels more secure in the information that they trust the information that maybe you're giving them. And so they want to get deeper into it. I want to know more, could be what that is. And this could be, keep in mind, someone who is doing something because their intent is to perhaps deepen your level of security. Um, Perhaps that's the case. They want you maybe to feel um, a level of comfort, held down, right? They want you to trust, right? They want you to, this could be like believe, right? They could want you to, um, I just kind of get like they could want you to give you some sense of security, or deepen your level of security, which makes sense because I got my last card out and the bottom of the deck is trust, right? So it looks like the end of the day, then that leads into air energy. So I don't know why, like I said, I keep hearing the word exclusive. Okay. So it feels as though someone's doing something, and let me just say, this feels, if someone is doing something, maybe it is for you, it feels like what they're doing, they're not doing this for everyone. They're doing this for you. Okay. And I definitely feel like and it's almost like in that for some of you, someone could be doing something privately because um, they want to demonstrate their commitment to you. They want you to know that there is maybe relationship. They want you to be secure in the relationship. That could be the intent. Um, The intent could also be like someone needs to secure themselves, right? To anchor themselves. So there could be some things that they have to do in order to ground themselves, right? This could be like to feel more confident within themselves, right? This could also be like because this is my job, because this is my responsibility, I am kind of getting something having to do with what could be like self-esteem. Um, I will feel more what could be confident or secure in myself. And this could be like there could be something significant around like doing the right thing. This could be like my intent is to so that you will be secure in knowing that you can trust me, that I'm doing the right thing, right? This could be like that I'm following the rules. This could also be like that I'm um, taking the steps that I'm supposed to take, doing what I've been entrusted to do, um, doing what I agreed to do, or what I'm maybe responsible to do. Um, you're proving this to someone or they are to you in some way today. And let me say, I don't feel like careful in that role or prove, right? This feels more so like some being sensitive to the timing. And while someone may not be in a position where that's, necessarily the desires to prove or like that's at the root of it, it feels as though someone has compassion. So this can even be like someone, it's kind of like if I tell you everything maybe that I've been going through or that I've been doing, how hard I've been working, this is kind of like, I don't know why I literally just heard good grief. So this is like someone and that's kind of what I feel at the end of the day. If someone's doing something so that I'll be more secure, right? If I'm doing something so I'll be more secure, this could be a conversation. It could be a conversation that says, forgive me, right? And again, because I didn't mean to shut you out, right? I had to make it my business to blah blah. I don't know why I'm kind of getting like someone could be telling you their business. That could be the trust, right? They could be telling you their business, or you could be telling someone maybe your business or some things. It could just kind of feels like a conversation is getting into, I just heard the nectar. Okay. So getting into the succulence of a conversation and it bringing about compassion, which feels almost like that means, like if somebody judged, right, they may be I just heard overturning their judgments, right? This could be second guessing, right? Rethinking their decision, right? Giving more thought to whatever it is. Um, it can also be surrounding, a lot of times it has to be forgiveness, right? And this could be usually that process results someone forgiving themselves, right? So this could be someone who's forgiving themselves, and you could find their conversation is productive. And so when it comes to maybe it is what they say, the things that maybe they're telling you, maybe there is, it kind of gives like atonement. Maybe something that they're saying is demonstrating growth, and it helps you to forgive. Maybe something they're saying something that is their own personal growth and allows them to forgive themselves. Maybe it is to rebuild trust with you, or this could even be someone reestablishing trust within their own selves. Um, I just heard for some of you, you're going to feel forgiven. So perhaps by the end of the day, um, the way the conversation is going, you're going to realize what feels like either it feels like there's acceptance. There's almost like this taking away, taking in to oneself, among oneself, and then there's acceptance. This, let's go to Patreon, get our extended messages.